Hello, good evening. My name is Anne Marie Chambers. I am here today just to share a little bit on the value of having supportive family and friends. I am mindful at this time that the person I am thinking that is so valuable to so many people, from my family member, is now going through a difficult situation in her life. But I was privileged not only to view my opinion, but also to hear from others as they share about the value of having someone that's very supportive, whether it be a family or a friend. The question I asked was, what value would you place on a supportive family member or a supportive friend? And for some, I ask, who would that person be and why? Today, I have to go back a little bit on where I was growing up because the impact of my family member that I want to highlight today would start from there. I grew up in Truro, and I remember hearing my father talking about his only sister. Of seven boys, she was the third last. So, Father Ivan Namard and Louise Namard, my aunt, like me, were from Westmoreland. She grew up in Townhead, and there are many stories that I remember as a child that my father would tell. One of the things that I remember most about her is her smile. Each time I see her, she's always smiling. But I grew up to know her as one who is always giving, always helping others. This one distinct memory I must mention was my first time riding a bicycle from Truro to Townhead. Of course, I was very fearful, and though fearful, I was very determined. But my memory of the story was that I fell off the bicycle because I didn't know how to brake properly. And my recollection was that my aunt was there to help. Of course, I was crying and very distraught. But I saw her from that day as a very kind hearted person, one who was caring and compassionate. And literally, she will put aside everything to help you from off the ground if she is aware of your situation. I was privileged to ask my son and another family member their experience with support in their lives. And support of a friend and support of family members were mentioned. The common thread that I noticed was that good support is priceless. For some support, it helped you to build confidence. It helped them to be bold, to learn to trust others. An example is that the support of some individual causes them to excel. So if they weren't doing well in a situation and their friend or family member was doing well, because of the support from them, they had the drive to also excel. And I think that's a good trait to have when you have support and you can emulate the person that is supporting you. I remember when I was about to relocate from Jamaica and I had to get finance together. I had to get it was a lot of emotional and physical stress. And one of the things that I had to do was to sell sell things that I have, things that I wasn't going to use anymore, but also things that to me were very personal. Um, my aunt came through because this was a very disheartening thing for me, because some of the things that I had to sell was to my family members who I know did not or could not afford to buy the things. So, of course, I gave away some. But the guilt that I had was allayed because my aunt saw an item, saw a fridge, and it was, fridge, they're expensive. But she was willing to pay in full on that day. And I'm telling you, that feeling of relief, I won't forget. Because I know my it was for my grandmother, and I know she wanted the fridge. But I was so guilty about having to sell her. And my aunt said, "No, it's okay, I understand the situation." And she bought it. When I tell you that having support is important because it allays stress, it helps you to emotionally to be able to be calm, to be able to feel comfortable in a difficult situation. My aunt was the one of few who were willing